Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have President of France, Emmanuel Macron, a weasel, an intelligent weasel. He's a weasel, but he's very intelligent, and I think he's the most diplomatic and balanced weasel among all the Western weasels. I'm not talking about the evil guys, okay? So he is interviewed by BBC. Can you believe that? And he's gonna speak Shakespeare's language, English. And that's another thing that I think the French nation will feel a little bit hurt in its, appendix. So, nevertheless, he's going to say something, and I have no idea how in the hell he's gonna turn that around. Let me show you. It's unbelievable. So, BBC News, listen or look at this title. Macron calls on Israel to stop killing Gaza's women and the babies. His old news, his toast, he's gone. Or, I'm not certain yet, he's really afraid of his French nation. They might turn upside down some cars and destroy some property of anger. All right, maybe that's one of the reasons. So let's listen to this guy being interviewed by this woman, and it has some little subtitles over there. I don't know how to figure that out. I will probably make it smaller because it's not really important, the weasel's face. So something like this, and you can listen to these guys. Ready, set, and let's see if it works.
Of aid organisations sounding the alarm about Gaza, and so you've now said that humanitarian pauses in fighting aren't enough and there needs to be work towards a ceasefire. Are you disappointed that other world leaders aren't joining you in that call, like the US or the UK?
No, I hope they will. And let's be clear, I was one of the first leaders to call the Prime Minister and President of Israel after the terrorist attack, the 7th of October. We clearly condemn this terrorist attack and this terrorist group and recognize the right of Israel to protect itself and react. But day one, we say that this reaction and the fight against terrorism, because it is led by a democracy, should be compliant with international rules, rule of war and humanitarian international law. And day after day, what we saw is a permanent bombing of civilians in Gaza. And I think it's very important to say the whole story. But I think this is the only solution we have. This ceasefire. Because it's impossible to explain. We want to fight against terrorism.
He's blowing it. Stop, interview Macron. I think his advisor like that. Hey, stop, Monsieur Président. Stop. Arrêtez. Is that how we say it?
By killing innocent people.
You've talked about the fight against terrorism needing to be merciless, is the word you used, but not without rules. And you've just referred there to the high loss of civilian life in Gaza. Do you think Israel is respecting those rules, the international rules that you're referring to?
Look, in the very first days, it's clear that the emotion, the compassion, created a situation where everybody was just close to Israel and backing them and sharing the pain. And we do share the pain, and we do share the willingness to get rid of terrorism. We know what terrorism means in France.
Poor guy. Can you see how he's trying to maneuver through the words at that clear question? It was a yes or no or something. He's like, just watch his eyes. He's looking down. He's thinking, what am I doing here? Am I fucking my career here? What am I doing?
But I think there is no justification precisely to attack civilians.
What I would like just to clarify with you, are you saying that Israel is guilty of breaking international humanitarian law, potential war crimes?
No, I'm here, look, I think it's not the proper way to approach the question. We do recognize the right to protect themselves. And 1 month after this terrorist attack, I think it would be not the right way to deal with a partner and friend just to say you will be condemned and you are guilty. De facto, today, civilians are bombed. De facto, these babies, these ladies, these old people are bombed and killed. So there is no reason for that and no legitimacy. So we do urge Israel to stop. I'm not here to, I'm not a judge. I'm a head of state. I just remind everybody international law. I call for a ceasefire, and I will urge them for a ceasefire, for a humanitarian ceasefire.
Wow, my friends, what do ya think about that performance? Did he screw up his late career? Because he's trying to change, I think, the French legislation. So he wants to be elected for the third time, as Vladimir did in Russia. So interesting, my friends. Look at body language. That's about what, 70-80% of the message. And you have to be very, very trained, very well trained, in order to match the words that you're gonna say with the body language. And not only the body language, the hands, the posture of the head, the eyes, the corner of the eyes, the where you look, the tilt of the head, many things, micro body language. There are books on that. That's literature on that. You're trained to do that in certain in certain jobs, where you have to know how to read the corner of the mouth, the little smirk, the eyebrow, a little bit. All these things, my friends. The blood, the color of the face. Look at this weasel when he's asked point blank by the woman, and he's a president. And sometimes we are trained in being able to, or we train ourselves to be able to do this, but we can't be so natural. The body is trained to react with the thoughts. And the words should match, the words should be obviously what we think, and what we think should be honest, and then the body will match that. I'm not going to say, my dear, I love you so much. It's a different approach. Or, I hate you so much, or whatever. And it's all kind, and it's the tone, the pause between the words. This guy, you could tell, I could tell, this guy was like sweating his balls. He's got some balls, some little ones, I assume something like that. Anyway, he's got some balls over there, but he's sweating them. I was like, holy moly! I need 5 showers after this. I'm surprised he didn't do this. Now he wants, and let's go back to this little thing here. The title is Macron calls on Israel to stop killing Gaza's women and babies. BBC. So if I'm going to put this in the title of this video, should fly like whatever, like I was about to say something. Anyway, so here you have it. If that's the way it goes, BBC, I don't think YouTube will have a problem with that kind of title. Will it? Well, we'll find out, because, YouTube is YouTube. So what do you think about this guy's performance, my friends? Remember, he is the president. He faced Putin. He faced other tough guys. And some of these tough guys are pretty trained. Why? In the real world, not in the banking world, okay? And even in the banking world, you have to negotiate. You have to stand in front of other people and sell them nothing so you get the most out of it. You have to fool them. You have to be a weasel. You have to be a negotiator. And when you're a negotiator, you fake a lot. You pretend a lot. oh, I'm not interested in this offer, I don't like it, and you like, your tail is like this, he couldn't see your tail, but hitting like on the chair, I don't like your offer, I gotta come with a better one, and you have to pretend that you're upset, and so on. So this was a good example, example here, case of study, whatever, in how you can see how he's, what am I going to say? Let me think. Let me say nothing for a few seconds while I'm thinking any, mini, miny, mo. How many people will vote for me? What if I say this? What those guys going to do? What the media is going to do to me? Those guys are going to turn upside down the police cars and destroy the neighborhoods. The voters, I really don't care about that anymore, but hey, maybe I'm gonna be, all these things have to be like, oh yeah, we are friends, we are all that, terrorist attack, but we condemn, we're the first ones, yeah, bring it on, my friends, say it. That's why she didn't let him off the hook, when he was like, so let me get it right. What did you say over there? Give me some wine and some cheese. I will show you, baby doll. Anyway, my friends, here it is. Now, the implications. If Macron said that, friends, he either is going to come back tomorrow and he's going to say, that's not what I said. Let me explain. It's going to be 180. Or like, what's her name, Baerbock, the foreign minister of Germany. He's gonna be 360, not 180. He's gonna turn around 360, not 180. So I'm assuming he's gonna be 180, okay? 180 degrees, bam, boom, and go in the other direction. That's not what I meant. Well, the bag is out of the cat is out of the bag, or the bag is letting the cat out. Thank you very much for being with me, my friends. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.